So, hi. I like that you're waiting for me to tell you to get on.
I learned from Zilla.
Wait, my dog? She never rides with me. Alright, well, let's see. There you go. That's working now. No, that's good. Here, go ahead and get on. That's kind of what I want to talk about real quick.
I think one time I actually hopped on before you said go. That was probably like my first or second time riding with you. And
Yeah.
you're like, whoa, I'm not ready.
Yeah, you almost knocked us over. But yeah, that's a big deal, and I just did a video 2 days ago about first time rider tips, beginner rider tips, and I talked about just stuff that really helped me. And yeah, I guess you've never rode as a passenger on a motorcycle before.
Correct.
You told me you've only done 50cc dirt bike, you know, in the front yard in the canal road, and you like suck at it. So
I did suck at it. Too much for me. Too much shifting.
too much.
Too much.
So we're gonna stop. So I kind of wanted to talk about, you know, what kind of tips are for a first-time passenger, especially a girl and a small child. So because they're so tiny. But I really wanted to hand off the DualVlog to you. Thank you for letting me know. Hand off the DualVlog to you. Kind of just open up with saying, you know, what is your top 3 tips, and in a nutshell, kind of, you know, cliff notes, and then we can kind of write it in the description a little more, or answer people's questions in the comments. So, but yeah, this is Nikki. She's my girlfriend. She first-time rider, and she's gonna answer some questions.
First-time passenger.
Passenger, yeah. I keep saying rider. First-time passenger. So, your number one thing that you learned as a passenger. Oh, we gotta be careful of the sheriff. Number one thing that you learned as a passenger to a motorcycle
Is to lean. I know you said that's what helps you, but honestly, that's what I find the most important that I've learned.
Yeah.
And that I have to keep remembering. I've learned that it's not just leaning with your hips that's like the biggest thing, but it's also the movement of your own body. Like if I turn to look at something, it hinders you from turning.
Like what?
What do you mean like that? Like earlier I was looking down at the exhaust.
Alright, let's just do a little experiment right now. I'm going straight. I'm gonna look straight on here. Go ahead and look.
I'm gonna go to the right.
You're gonna go to the right?
And I'm looking down at the exhaust.
I gotta make sure there's no cars behind us. That was just all her. I was looking straight, doing nothing, and she turned her body. And as a rider, we know that if you turn your body, you're gonna turn the bike. And she turned the bike as the passenger. So.
And I'm not aware that if I just turned my head, it actually turns my body. I never had to be that self-aware.
Yeah, that really affects me. Like when I'm gonna turn left right here, and you decide to look right, we're gonna go straight. You're basically moving the body or the bike right. I'm trying to move it left, and we're gonna go straight. And it's as simple as that. And as riders, we understand that as target fixation. And like, let's say I'm looking at this truck while I'm trying to turn left, I'm gonna head towards the truck. I'm gonna run into it. So when she looks at the scenery or something interesting like a squirrel, she causes me to turn, and sometimes that could be bad because we almost hit some cones earlier today because she wanted to look at what the construction was. So yeah, that's a good one. So body position, being more aware of your body.
And my second tip would be another thing of body, but this is for myself, being comfortable.
Getting comfortable?
Yeah, asking questions. Like how we said earlier that I was sitting way back in your seat. You don't have a sissy bar, as you said?
Yeah, it's a sissy bar, so you can like lean back onto it. It's kind of like a backrest.
So I'm sitting on my ass bone, or I'm sitting on my pubic bone. Somehow it is hurting.
Yeah.
For like the longest time while I was riding with you, it was sore, and it would make me dread wanting to go riding again. I enjoyed riding, but I still want to be sore at the end of it.
Yeah, so when you say that, you know, you and I talk about it, there's a compromise for the seat, at least my seat, and you know the way we ride is usually I would sit back all the way into my seat, and there's like a little butt lip, and I'm going to show a picture of what the seat looks like. And so I scoot all the way front to where my junk is basically on the tank, and she's able to sit on that little lip, so the pressure's off her pubic bone and vagina and the vulva and all that, you know, vagina stuff. So yeah, that's an important thing to let me know how comfortable you are. That's another thing, being comfortable as a passenger, is that if you do go on a longer ride, and right now it's really hot out, if you're starting to like get drowsy and getting like dizzy because you're just dehydrated, or you're getting sleepy, it might be you've had too many drinks, let me know. It goes with tip number 1, is being aware with your body, is that if you start slumping over, or if you're like starting to fall out and pass out, you're going to cause both of us to crash. You can't just fall asleep on here like you can in a car.
You would hope that a planet for you, though. I mean, it's just like driving a car, it's way more dangerous.
Yeah, so yeah, tip number 2 is be comfortable, and then that involves just everything about you. If you're not comfortable with the helmet, you need to let me know so we can either pull off and let your head, forehead rest, your back, your head rest, so you stop your headache. Or if you're thirsty, let me know. We'll pull over, we'll get a drink, because I'd rather you be comfortable and want to enjoy this bike ride. And I'm going to take over number 3, because it kind of segues into that, is that letting me know that you're comfortable is an ego thing. I think is that you don't want to let's say your boyfriend, me, let's use us as an example. Let's say we just barely first started dating, I actually let you on my bike, because I ain't gonna let you on my bike, it's my baby. But let's say I'm trying to impress you like big time and say, hey, let's get on the bike, let's do this, let's do that, and I'm basically showing off, and I don't tell you all those things. Lean with me, tell me when you're thirsty, let's get comfortable, and I don't say any of those things. That's pretty dangerous. Same thing if you don't tell me if you're getting drowsy, that's pretty dangerous. So just kind of put ego aside, and we're gonna have a fun, safe trip. But yeah, so if the guy, as a passenger, if a guy or girl or whoever's the rider doesn't give you any tips before getting on a bike, don't get on the bike. That is a very dangerous rider. He's just showing off, she's just showing off, and she doesn't tell you, or he doesn't tell you that you have to lean with me, don't look this way, wait until I'm ready for you to get on the bike. It's not just being a controlling thing. It quite literally is. If you jump on the bike when I'm not ready, we're going to drop the bike, and for me, it's $1,000 at least. So yeah, so that's very important. So don't jump on a bike without that. Yeah. Yeah. And if it's a woman-man dynamic and the man's the rider, I can understand that it can be kind of scary for the woman to ask, should I wear a helmet, or should I do this? Like, you're not going to ask a question. You're just going to be, trying to show off too, like, ooh, I know everything.
You would hope the person getting on a motorcycle isn't dumb enough to go without, though.
There's some dumb motorcyclists. There's some dumb people overall. But yeah, that's huge. So like, when you before you even got on the bike, I mentioned to you many times, don't get on the bike. Don't do this, do this, do this. Don't do this, do this. And it's helpful. Did you believe that was helpful? Do you think that should actually happen? I believe it should happen. As a rider, I don't think any passenger should ever get on a bike without that.
Because the rider, honestly, if they are dumb enough and they haven't ridden anything other than a car, then they wouldn't know of how dangerous it can be and what things they need to be more aware of. And as the driver, you are the one that knows.
Yeah.
You should be smart enough to let them inform this.
Well, I think that's 3 good tips. I think that's very important stuff for a first-time passenger. So I think we're done. I think we're done. We're gonna go home. We paid all our bills, did all our errands.
I need water.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you. Thank you for telling me. All right. I'll see you guys later. That was Nikki. A little dual vlog, a little different. And we'll see you guys later.